Hey, welcome to another episode of Audio Scrawl. This is Brandon.
I'm Kang.
So, have you been, Kang?
Pretty good. It's been a while.
Yes, it has. We missed out last week's recording.
Yep, but no one knows.
No one will ever know. Anyway.
So what's going on?
I feel like there's been a lot of amazing news coming up in the past couple of weeks. It's stuff I'm just itching to talk about.
Has there?
Yeah, I feel there is.
Okay.
I feel strong about this.
Okay, so what do you want to talk about?
You know what? Let's get this out of the way. Sony announced. Well, Sony didn't announce, but I think the news has come out about the PlayStation 4K that it's going to have a name.
Well, the rumor so far is that it's codenamed Neo.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, you brought the news to my attention in the first place.
Okay, yeah.
But I thought, hey, let's talk about it.
Yeah, Giant Bomb Austin Walker actually posted a article saying, "Hey, he's been talking to developers. They say they have Sony does have a PlayStation, a higher spec PlayStation 4 unit.
Yeah,
it's codenamed Neo. It's gonna be, of course, more powerful. Starting in October, every developer must have I don't know how should I put this, a 4K version in the PS4 disc. While before October they could patch up the games if they want, but starting October it's mandatory. I hear. I mean, I guess it just depends. So it's saying how games might just Uncharted just might be looks fantastic at the moment. Let me just say, and it's running 30 frames per second on the regular PS4. For the 4K version,
yeah,
it might be 60 frames instead. So it's so just think about it as a high spec versus medium spec PC. That's all. But there will be no 4K exclusive. Every game that comes out for the PlayStation 4K is playable on the regular version of PlayStation 4.
But the difference will be visually, how it's running.
Yeah, the difference will be up to the developers, pretty much. I mean, it could both versions could literally play 30 frames per second. Maybe 4K, the Neo version just has more particle effects. But other than that, and who says they even need to make work on the Neo version? They could just be like, hey, great, here's the PlayStation 4 version, and the mandatory Neo version is just going to be the same game.
Yeah,
that's it.
How do you feel about that?
I'm okay with that. It's always been, we've always had this, the console cycle has always been, buy a console, it lasts, 5, 6, 7, 8 years.
Estimate, yes.
And every time, about the middle of the generation, there's a slim version.
Which Sony is known for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
which they cut costs, get the prices of their parts go down in price, so they're able to cut costs, make a smaller version.
Yeah.
Instead this time, during the middle of this console generation, they're just gonna upgrade the parts instead. So
yeah,
I'm okay with this. I mean, there's no PlayStation 4K. There's no Neo exclusive, so
yeah.
So no one's gonna miss out on any games. It's just
because it's not a bad thing. Because I remember, I've thought about when the PlayStation 1 came out. They came out with the what they call the PS1, and that's tinier too. Pretty nice actually. I mean, you could carry that to different places, go to your family, relatives, whoever you're visiting. Just slap on the PlayStation 1. Pretty nice. The PlayStation 2. I definitely had to upgrade to that slim.
To that slim, yeah.
Because the PS2 I bought was it's the early model.
The launch model?
Yeah, and it didn't play
the blue.
Yeah, the blue discs. The CD based discs. It didn't play them very well. It would make loud scratchy noises and stuff like that. It didn't cause any scratches, it just won't play some of these games. So that was irritating. Because I remember I had Contra, a few other games, and I want to play them. I can't.
Saga.
No. Those were DVD. They were fine.
Were they?
Fine. Yeah.
No, I wasn't able to play one.
Oh, that's your problem.
Because it had the blue It was a blue disc.
Maybe you're right. We'll never know because I sold my copies, so
yeah,
no proof there. But yeah, the Slim had to happen. It was much nicer. It performed better. It was quieter. It still have it. It's great. The PlayStation 3. I could have bought that Slim, but I bought it like barely before the announcement the Slim, and I got this console, and I was fine with it. It worked fine. It wasn't a faulty launch console or anything. You got
the 80 gig.
Yeah, the 80 gig, which probably means nothing now.
Nope,
not that much memory. It's changed. So for the PlayStation 4, yeah, I mean the cycle is there. It just sucks for people. I think that. So our friend, he's kind of in this position where he wants to get a PlayStation 4. He feels like now's the time to get it. And now that the rumors is coming around about the 4K, now he feels like, all right, you know what? I'm going to hold off on buying a PS4. I'm going to wait and see what's going on with the PS4K or Neo, whatever they're going to call it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of weird. I kind of think that, I mean, man, I guess that would really suck if you buy the PS4 and then this 4K comes out and you're just like, I have this when there's a better console out there.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't just a new model that's slimmer. This is performance based, which hasn't happened before.
Mm-hmm. I mean, and it makes sense to wait. I mean, if you haven't, gotten a PS4 yet and you're hearing rumors circulating that a better version of this console is coming out, you might as well wait and see if that rumor comes to fruition, before dropping money on that.
Moments like that though, I feel like it hurts Sony, because if that's a mentality, such as our friend, like if a lot of people, like let's say 1,000 consumers are ready to buy the PS4 and then they're hearing the rumors, they're not going to buy it now. They're going to wait.
Mm-hmm.
So that would affect Sony's revenue.
It depends. We are the small minority on the internet. That's for sure. So,
right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess we'll see.
Yeah, it's not going to affect the mass market at all. That's for sure.
Yeah. So what do you think, though, when the PS4K or the Neo, when it comes out? How do you feel about it? Are you thinking about getting it?
If it's real and if it comes out and if it is true with everything that they say, yeah, I'll probably get it. I'll probably trade in my old one, save a couple $100 on that.
I'm thinking the same thing too. I'm still curious if the console could do more. It's weird though, because you don't want to alienate the majority of PS4 owners. You want the game, the contents, you want it to be the same. You don't want any consumers to feel they've been cheated. But I feel like a console like that, I would like there to be extra functions or features that would make the console stand out more.
It's going to load faster, Brandon. They say, the rumors also saying that
it's not a bad thing.
They're going to share the same infrastructure. Everything's going to be the same. Yeah. The store is going to be the same. The network, we're going to play the same people from PlayStation 4, and the Neo version is just going to... So there's almost no difference aside from maybe a few performance upgrades and visual fidelity.
Yeah, I mean, I complain now, but... loading speed. I'll admit too that loading speed would be a big help.
I mean, once again, PC's been doing this forever.
Yes.
Counter-Strike is still being played on low tier laptops and high end PCs. They're still playing against each other online. So.
All right. So, do you have anything else to say about the Neo?
No, that's it. It'll be interesting. E3 will be interesting because, rumors from Microsoft, the FCC has, Microsoft submitted some FCC about new Xboxes. It might just be a slim model. And then the NX is also going to be there, so.
Yep.
Whether or not Microsoft or Sony, talks about it then, we'll see. But it's going to be interesting.
All right. Well, that's about it for me on Neo.
Yep.
What about you? Anything else going on? You know what? We'll stick with the subject of a game discussion.
Okay. No, that's it for Neo for me.
Okay.
Okay, what's next?
Rumors are going around that WB, they're going to come out with a Batman Arkham collection, like an HD collection. And what the rumors are saying so far, and I think the source came from NeoGAF, is that this game will contain Arkham Asylum and Arkham City, but it will not have Arkham Origins.
Why? Why not?
I agree with you. Yeah, why not? From what I'm getting the idea that it's like the creator of the Sonic the Hedgehog series who directed or made a lot of those games by Sonic Team. And when they came out with what was it, Sonic Mega Collection that came out for like PS2, GameCube era, they actually many of those Sonic the Hedgehog collection games, even for the PS3 or when they had the Sega Genesis collection, they wouldn't include Sonic CD in the Sonic collection. And he would just say that I didn't work on that game. And I feel like it doesn't belong in the series that we worked on. Which was a different project. So Arkham Origin was not developed by Rocksteady.
I know.
Yeah, by a different studio. So I don't know if they have that mentality that, well, we didn't work on the game and we want to be faithful of, like, we have this trilogy set up.
But do they have the latest one, Arkham Knights?
Oh, no, there's no Arkham Knights in it.
Then why?
You and I both know that they have the room. They could fit Arkham Origins in it. Look at the Uncharted collection for the PS4. I mean, that's 3 like heavily made games like for the PlayStation 3 era. I mean, they don't have online content, but one player campaign in those games, massive. I
pretty
feel
lengthy.
Yeah. So what do you think of HD collection coming out for PS4? Yeah.
I could. Like, I've played those games.
Wham bam, you're done.
Yeah, they're good at the time.
I'm sorry, man. For me, I disagree. I'm excited. I am hyped for the HD collection for 2 reasons. One, I don't know what happened to Arkham Asylum. I have the box. I opened it up. I was ready to play the game or show it to my girlfriend, and there's no disc in there. I don't know what happened to the disc. And I'm actually ready to revisit the game, and then that's my second reason is you know what, I like the game so much I love to revisit again. It's one of those games. It has a nice flow where I can go back to it and play through it and just enjoy it. Yeah,
maybe. I mean, it still plays fine. I definitely the sequels definitely improved on the combat more and more.
It's true.
But man, I'm done. Yeah, I'm done with the series. unless it's unless it's a continuation. Like, sure, I'll give it a go. But I'm not. I'm ready to move on.
The difference between you and I, though, is I feel like you got burned out by Arkham Knight. That's my observation, because you tell me about Arkham Knight, but that's just how, like, a lot of people kind of feel that way about Arkham Knight, that it has some flaws and stuff going on with it. And I didn't play Arkham Knight, but I kind of wasn't feeling like I wasn't compelled to play the game. I just enjoy Arkham Asylum and Arkham City. I appreciate them for what they were. My memories is what's preserving it.
Okay.
But I would love to get the collection if they fix it up and have it run a lot smoother, because what was it? Unreal Engine?
Unreal Engine.
Unreal
3.
Engine. Man, they just look awkward on the PlayStation in the PlayStation 3 era.
It's an ugly game. Like, looking back, I'm like, oh geez, those were the character models.
Yeah, they're not great, but I would like the game to run smoother. So that's why I'm interested in the HD collection if they fix it up.
Okay.
If they don't, well, I don't know. I still want to go back, but I'm conflicted there. Alright, that's the end about the Batman game. There's another rumor coming about for E3 that Rockstar may announce Red Dead 3. The source comes from NeoGAF as well. Yeah, I've been hearing quite a few rumors from NeoGAF, but I mean, hey, we're getting closer to E3.
Yeah, we are.
So rumors are flying.
Probably take the day off.
How do you feel about Red Dead 3?
I will play it when it comes out.
Yeah?
I'm excited.
Did you play Red Dead Redemption?
Yeah, of course.
Yes?
Yeah.
How did you like that game?
I liked it.
Yeah.
Open world western. The ending was pretty surprising.
Yeah.
Yeah, not spoiling it, but yeah, I liked it. I enjoyed it.
This is one of those games I was surprised at how into the game I was. I remember taking like a short or kind of a break from the game. Sometimes I do that, and I come back to it. Man, I just continue where I left off and finish the game.
Mm-hmm.
Grand Theft Auto, I enjoyed Grand Theft Auto 3. I mean, it was cool at the time. Vice City was alright. I beat those games. And then after that, I just can't get into Grand Theft Auto anymore. And Red Dead Redemption was just, that's a whole new, different experience.
Yeah.
An experience that I liked. I don't know what it is about that game, but it just feels like a game. Like, I just like being in the world. I just like the setting of it. I think it's because there's not as many distractions. There's plenty of distractions and side quests, and you benefit from them. But I'm not distracted by all the cars, vehicles, buildings, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you, though? What do you like Red Dead Redemption more than Grand Theft Auto series?
I don't know. I can't say, to be honest. It's been a while.
Yeah.
And yeah, I guess I do. I did like it. Well, I can't. Oh no, never mind. I take that back. I can't say either way. You know, I'm indifferent.
It's too long ago, huh? Yeah. Too long ago.
I played Grand Theft Auto 5.
Yes.
I like that game for what it was.
Yeah.
Know? So.
Yeah, I'm sure. Maybe I would appreciate it. I think I have to change the way I play those games because Red Dead Redemption felt like it had a pretty good flow, but the Grand Theft Auto, I think I just get distracted by everything.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just have to plow through the story, and then you can do all the other stuff. But sometimes I feel that once I beat the story, why should I come back?
Yeah.
That's tricky. But I hope it happens. I hope they announce it, and I hope they keep it up.
Yeah. Same.
All right. So a couple of new game announcements, or I should say release dates. They've announced that God Eater Resurrection is coming to America.
Yes.
For Vita and PS4.
And Steam.
Yeah, that's right. PC.
Yeah.
So the release date is June 28th, 2016.
Nice.
Man, this is a game I kind of felt like should have came out a little bit sooner.
Yeah. It's weird those monster hunting games.
Yeah.
They kind of make it to the West or don't. So
they're horribly delayed.
Yeah.
It's interesting because, Tokiden 2 being announced, it's coming out. I think most likely it'll come out to the US because I think it has a pretty good fan following.
Yep.
Man, sometimes I think about going back to that game. That was a pretty good one. But God Eater, I'm very curious about because it has a really good popularity in Japan, and they've made an anime series, and they glorified like NPC characters where it shouldn't matter to glorify these characters, but people do, and good on them. I mean, it's just receiving a lot of attention.
Yeah, I'm excited. I mean, it's a shame we never got the first game.
We did.
Did we?
Yes, for the PSP.
Oh yeah.
They just simply called it God's Eater.
Oh yeah.
Plural. Yes. No, it came out in the US. In fact, I remember in the Vita, or I should say the PlayStation Store, for PlayStation Plus they did offer God's Eater for free.
Interesting.
Yeah, I have it.
Interesting.
I just haven't played it.
Haven't played it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I wonder how it is compared to the Monster Hunter, I guess.
Right, but I think I'm more intrigued with the sequel, the new one, what's coming out in the US. I think when it comes out, I'm probably going to get it. It has like a lot of buzz around the game. I can't ignore it, so I'm just very curious.
Yeah.
Another game announcement for the release date would be I Am Setsuna. They've announced the release date. It's going to be July 19th, 2016. This game is for PS4 and for Vita. However, as far as I know, I don't think things has changed, but it's coming out in the US for the PS4. I don't think it's coming out for Vita. There was an interview with them about why are you doing this? Why? And they just kind of felt like the PS4 seems to be much more popular in America.
I agree.
Yeah, like his statement, like he's not wrong.
Yeah, the Vita isn't doing as well as they want it to in the United States.
Yeah. Yeah, like it. I like the Vita, and I want to. I have been thinking about going back to it because I've been listening to the Kind of Funny Games their podcast or video, and I appreciate them talking about the Vita and trying to hype up stuff coming out for it.
I like it. I still get games for it. Games still come out for it like all the time. So
yeah, I think I'm like the common Vita owner where I haven't touched it. And it's just in the drawer. And when I think about turning it on, it'll say, "Hey, we need to do an update." And I go, "Ugh." Whereas you're the smart owner who is keeping it alive, and that's good. You're keeping the flow going.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to get back to it because I am interested in the new game Severed.
Oh yeah.
Coming out from the developers of Guacamelee. Yeah. Okay. Moving on. The next news. Guile being announced for Street Fighter V.
Yes, Guile is April's Street Fighter V DLC character. So
I feel like this week, I think it's when they announced that, hey, Guile will be released sometime this month. And I'm thinking, oh, so next week. Because that's the last week of the month.
Yep. Maybe. I don't know. Alex was on the last day of March, so
yeah.
So we'll see. So they can just update it whenever.
Yeah, they don't have to do it on. They don't have to do it on Tuesday. I go on the PlayStation Store, and some games are launched on a Friday or a Saturday. They just do it. Why not? Okay.
Yeah. Sure. Guile's been announced. New trailer's been out, and he looks good. Actually, he has a crouch walk. I don't remember what they're called. They call it
Creeper.
No, they have a name for it.
Yeah. That's going to change the dynamic of him too. Makes him much more unique compared to other characters. I wonder how useful that's going to be. How often am I going to use it? It's going to be nice because when you're Guile, traditionally playing as him, and you know how I play more aggressive as him. But it's tricky to try to keep that charge to do the what was it, Sonic Kick?
The
Flash Kick, thank you.
The Sonic.
I'm losing it. Yeah, but the Flash Kick. You have no choice but the turtle. You have to block. So I'm interested about like moving forward. How's that going to change things? Yeah. But you'll keep that charge going when you want to do that Flash Kick.
Yep. And his V trigger allows him to shoot sonic booms with a punch button. Yeah. So that's kind of crazy. He got
that technique. See, I feel like the way they're developing Guile, the way he's playing, I feel like he's a combination of Alpha Nash and of course Guile. Because in Alpha, if you have that one like special like hyper combo type move for Charlie. And he shoots out like multiple sonic booms, like 4 in a row. And that's what it reminds me of when I see Guile doing that, going, hey, Alpha Nash. That's cool. Okay. So he looks like he's going to be a charged character.
Yeah, he is. He definitely is. Yeah. I would be surprised if he is not, to be honest. But no, but they have said because his crouch walk enables him to keep his charge. So I'm like, okay, so he's definitely going to be a charged character.
Yeah. He looks like he plays great, and I like playing as Guile too. I don't want to play like others where most people play as Guile as a turtle player, very defensive. I like playing him like aggressively. It throws people off.
Yeah, yeah, and I am glad that they are adding to his move list. Yes, now he has more than just Sonic Boom and Flash Kick.
Yes. Okay. So. Do you think they'll finally release Zennies or Fight Money? No, Zennies. That's it.
Zennies.
Zennies is when you purchase with your money.
Whenever.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's.
This is kind of a problem that I'm seeing here. That we've had Alex for about a month here, and they're saying that you got Alex. I mean, that's good on Capcom for reminding the players every time you log into the game. That's saying, hey, you have Alex for free until Zenny is coming back. Or Zenny is fixed up and we launch it, but it's gonna be weird for people who may have forgotten about it or isn't paying attention to it, and all of a sudden they have no access to Alex, and then they have to buy him.
Well, that's their problem, right? Like no, for real. Like if Capcom is like, hey, before we set up the Zenny store, these characters are playable for free at the moment. You know, if they don't come in during those free times, then can't blame Capcom. You know, it's like, oh, we told you guys.
Yeah. Well, we gotta be careful though, because you and I don't blame them, because we know, like, we're keeping up with the news and stuff of what's happening, but not everyone is aware. So I'm hoping Capcom does, you know, they try to keep up with letting customers know, especially through the game. I think it would be very helpful too if they're launching Zennies, let people know when it's going to be launched, and but then, when Alex is no longer playable for free.
Yeah, but then it doesn't even matter, because if the people aren't playing it anyways, then they haven't missed anything, right?
Right. But I think they would appreciate a little bit of a warning. Wouldn't you say? Like maybe they'll strive to like work hard and try to earn the fight money to buy him without spending their own money, like real money.
Yeah, that's what the pop-up's for. Every time you log in.
Yeah, true. It's bound to happen. But for me, I've saved up my fight money. I have over 100,000, and it's ready to buy a character.
Yeah.
And I hope I can earn more in the future. Hopefully they come up with more activities, like, I don't know, maybe kind of build up earning those fight monies a little bit easier. Not too easy. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, hopefully they implement the daily challenges sometime soon in the future.
I think that would be fun. I'm excited if they implement that. All right, so that's enough about Street Fighter. Do you have anything else to add to that?
Nope. I'm just excited to play them.
Okay, so I have the biggest question for you. How is Ratchet and Clank for the PlayStation 4?
It's really good. It's a really good game. It is, because the movie's coming out, and the movie is an origin story of Ratchet and Clank, and so the game is based off of that origin story from the movie. And that origin story is loosely based off the first game for the PS2. So it's a game based off the movie, based off the game, as they call it. And it's really good. It's super fun to play, and the visuals are fantastic. The humor is pretty good for the most part.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't recommend it enough. Especially since it's only $40.
$40
new.
You hear that, people? $40. A damn good game for PlayStation 4 for $40. Mm-hmm. This game, I'm just hearing a lot of positive things being said about this game. Really good reviews. A lot of people are saying are just flabbergasted at, how is it $40? This could be a $60 game.
It could be, yeah.
It's seeing the visuals of the game looks really good.
Yeah, it's like, it's Pixar pretty much.
Yeah, I think everyone's kind of nicknaming it the Pixar game. So to speak. And I can't help but to think about Knack.
All right. What did you think about Knack?
Why? Because I was so disappointed in Knack, because I wanted Knack to be that fun, like family friendly, not necessarily like family like focused or kid focused, but just a video game. A video game that's fun, platforming, action, adventure. You know, like Mario 64 or Crash Bandicoot, or you have stuff like what else? Sly Cooper, Jak and Daxter, and of course, well, you know, Ratchet and Clank. Mm-hmm. So I wanted Knack to be like that. Well, that failed.
We'll just wait for the sequel, man.
I hope so. I do want them to do a sequel of Knack, and I hope they improve on that. But Ratchet and Clank looks like the game that, okay, you know what? I want this game.
Yeah.
So I had to act quickly, because I don't know why I kept delaying it. I kept wondering, will I have time to play it? Should I get this? But it is $40, and if you're a PlayStation Prime member, I'm sorry, not PlayStation Prime member, an Amazon Prime member, you get 20% off of the game.
Yeah.
So that's a steal. And from what I'm hearing, a lot of retail stores are selling this game like crazy.
Yeah. I actually went to 2 GameStops before I found mine. And it's like, oh, it's sold out, huh? Interesting.
It's getting really good word of mouth.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think Sony should have stocked up more on the game.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, it does have a pretty big fan following, so
yeah, fan following, but they better stock up more, because when the movie comes out, this is an interesting marketing strategy, because I haven't seen too much of the commercials or previews of the movie, but I have a good feeling about it, but we'll see.
Yeah,
but
I do hope the movie does well. I mean, it really looks like a perfect Ratchet and Clank movie.
It looks like a perfect video game movie. That's how I feel about it, because I think isn't a lot of writers or developers involved with the movie as well.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And the fact that they want to make a CG animated film based on a video game, that's something. I feel like, who else has done that? I mean, besides Resident Evil and Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah, Resident Evil.
But I feel like they don't count because the games they were based off of, they're not launching like a brand new video game or anything like that. They're just celebrating it. Yeah. This game here, this movie coincides with the game, and so it just feels like they're marketing each other.
Yeah. Yeah. Outside of a few, not many have produced movies out of the games. Nintendo.
Like what?
Mario Brothers.
The movie?
The movie?
No, yeah, but then we're just talking about like live action movies like Mario Brothers, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat.
Yeah,
Heavens forbid. What was it? House of the Dead.
House of the Dead. Uwe Boll, man, he's the king of video game movies.
Oh. Yeah. Of making like terrible like video game movies. But,
yep.
Yeah, there has been that sense of quality, and I think that's how I feel like delaying the Uncharted films. It should have happened a long time ago.
It should have. Yep.
A movie should have happened now.
Yeah, it's probably dead, which is probably a good thing. So.
Yeah, if they didn't strike while the iron was hot, don't do it at all. Mm-hmm. Yeah, don't even bother. I remember hearing about a Castlevania movie. I thought that would be cool. But when it comes down to it, yeah, it's for the best. What can they do?
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah. Speaking of movies, yeah. No, I don't have anything.
You don't have anything?
Speaking of movie, the Independence Day trailer, the new one dropped. And what did you think of it, Brandon?
It visually looks cool. But watching that trailer, I'm getting concerned that this sequel is going to be a sequel. Like a typical sequel.
Hey man, there's nothing wrong with that.
I suppose not, especially if there's a fan following and and a lot of people are curious of like, yeah, what did happen 20 years later?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, people like 21 to 22 Jump Street, and that was pretty much a typical sequel, wasn't it?
Yeah. But I feel like it's kind of there's kind of like a light cleverness, because they're making fun. They are making fun of it, and I think they're letting people know, like in the movie, like a self-commentary or a self-commentation of sequels, like, hey, we're doing the same thing. So I appreciate that. Yeah, I know it's kind of hypocritical of me to say, but I appreciate that. That's fine.
Okay.
But this movie. There was just parts in the trailer that I kind of felt like that's a repeat of the first movie. Jeff Goldblum sitting in a cockpit next to a pilot. Yeah, I'm thinking of him and Will Smith from the first movie.
Yeah.
Data.
Who's
still
not
alive.
dead. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought his character was killed.
I guess not.
Because I thought like he was strangled, killed, and like that alien's just using his body to communicate or something. Yeah, I mean, we see him, he looks alive, and then I see the next screenshot, I see tentacles around, so I'm wondering, is it going to happen again? Did he not learn his lesson?
Yeah. The trailer was definitely, it was enjoyable. I did like how, they took the aliens' technology and implemented it into their military, kind of.
Yes, I like that.
And so, the world is now like, hey, we have, futuristic weapons, alien technology weapons. And then, okay, that is kind of cool. It's kind of like an XCOM,
Yeah, but will it be enough to stand against the aliens? Because sometimes I kind of feel like, yeah, great, we got more improved, like, airplanes or spaceships or fighter jet ships in space, whatever you call them. I just feel like it's going to end up being like the first movie where there's going to be an attack or an invasion attack, and probably like those planes won't do much damage, or they're going to be extremely overwhelmed and they're just going to get their ass handed to them, just like when Will Smith first was flying and fighting the ships. Mm-hmm. So I'm worried that it's just going to repeat the beats. But visually looks really cool. I mean, they're going over the top where it just looks like planet scale type ships.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting.
But to its credit, though, because I'm seeing these the signs of concerns like it's repeating itself, then again the trailer does look like it's marketing itself of like, hey, here's what's to expect. If you like the first movie and you think like this continues and nothing's changed and you're okay with what you've seen, go watch it. But if you're the other side of the coin where you're like, no, it looks like the same thing as the first movie, I have no interest, then don't watch it. But I think it knows who it's targeting. And that's why it's probably going to make a lot of money again, and they'll probably have a third movie.
Hey, it might as well make a lot of money. It's Independence Day.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm done talking about Independence Day.
Okay. Yep. All right, what's next?
What's next? Magnificent 7 trailer, or a teaser came out.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Movie comes out in August. It is a remake of a Americanized remake.
Yeah.
That came from the 60s. I'm very excited about this movie. Okay, so the source material is Kurosawa's Samurai 7. And then there was a Western remake, which was fantastic. That had Steve McQueen in it. And this new one, it's got a pretty good cast in it, too. Denzel Washington, who I didn't recognize at first. Chris Pratt. Yeah. Chris Pratt is in it.
Chris Pratt is Chris Pratt.
Yes. And then there's Vincent D'Onofrio in it. And something happened where I questioned because there's a lot of quick shots. And so I see this one character in there, and it was a double take of is there an Asian character in the movie? I don't know. Maybe it's Hispanic. It was so fast, I wasn't sure. And I was just guessing that's probably like a Hispanic character. But I had to check out the cast who was going to be in the movie, and turns out, yeah, there's an Asian character in there. And I forgot the actor's name, but it has that actor that's from the movie The Good, the Bad, and the Weird. And for many who don't know about this movie, The Good, the Bad, the Weird, it's a Korean Western film. Korean film with like the biggest Korean actor stars in it, and it's just a well done Western movie. Like the setting of it is like World War II era or before World War II. But it just has like a Sergio Leone Western vibe to it. It's just a fantastic movie. So I'm happy that this actor who played as the bad, he's going to be in the Magnificent Seven. Okay. And I think I saw him like holding a knife. So I think he's going to be like James Coburn's character from Magnificent Seven, where he's really good with daggers and knives.
He's the assassin.
Yeah, the assassin. Mm-hmm. Like he's so skilled. Like he doesn't need a gun. Like he stands pretty good.
Of course.
Unfortunately, I know the spoilers of what happens to him. I'm sorry.
He's a ninja, of course.
Yes. No, it's gonna be good. I'm excited. I'm hoping they can't do anything wrong with that movie. They just have to execute it well. But I'm very excited for this movie. Okay. And I'm up for a Western.
Yeah.
A modern Western movie. We don't get many of those.
Mm-hmm. Not enough.
No. It's saying that it is a shame that we're having a Western movie in 2016, but it's a remake.
Yeah.
And that's a damn shame. That's playing it safe.
Hey, you know what? There's nothing original in Hollywood anymore, so...
Yeah, I wish they would do like an original Western movie. Something good. Something that's like, inspired or based on like all the cool, great Western films like Silverado, Magnificent Seven, Fistful of Dollar. But time will tell.
Yeah.
I think the last Western movie I really enjoyed in the modern time was 3:10 to Yuma, but that also happens to be a remake. Mm-hmm. So it was really good. Okay, so enough about Magnificent Seven. And did you see the image of the new Power Rangers movie?
Oh, yeah. That one image?
Of Elizabeth Banks?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the image has Elizabeth Banks dressed up as Rita Repulsa. And it is definitely not the Rita Repulsa I remember.
Yeah. I was a little disappointed with it. Because I was hoping, because not to mention Rita's a witch for one part, and then the second part, I was hoping they at least make her look kind of resembling the original costume.
Yeah,
but this was completely different, and it's Hollywood remake reboot of the series. So I thought, okay. I guess maybe it looks. She looks weird. I have to see what the other costume looks like first before it makes sense. But this one just kind of looks.
This is going to be weird. This is going to be a tricky production, I think, because like there seems to be a lot of pleasant nostalgia for Power Rangers, and you and I are probably fan. Are you a fan?
Yeah.
Did you like the original?
The original.
Sure. Yeah, I mean,
just the originals.
Yeah, well, because that was our time. As we get older, you age out of it, and it seems to be a Power Rangers for every generation.
Yeah, I dropped it at Turbo.
Yeah. Yeah, I dropped it at Turbo. I did watch, I think, Galaxy? Power Rangers Galaxy, I think. That was actually pretty good because there was story structure, but it was just on because nothing else was on, and it wasn't bad. And then I stopped, gave up on it. But the Mighty Morphin, I think I have the best nostalgic memory of. It's one of those shows that I could not go back to and watch by myself. I feel like I have to watch it in a group because I would lose my mind. But in good fun. In good fun. But what's going to be interesting about this new movie is the direction they go. Should they be faithful to the original series, or should they go in a brand new direction? Because the original, when you see the Power Rangers and when you see Rita, those are stock footage.
Yeah, well, before you say that, they've...
Go ahead.
The plot so far, is pretty closely based off, of the originals, or of the original series that we saw in America, where, hey, here's this one big entity, and he's going to gather a group of teenagers, and they're going to become the Power Rangers.
Right.
And that's the structure of this Power Rangers movie.
Yeah.
That I've read so far. So,
right.
Okay.
Which is fine, actually, because then again, I mean, they've been doing it for over 20 years, or 30 years now.
Yeah.
So, and I'm talking about the original series in Japan. This show's been around for a long time.
Yeah, way long.
Yeah. So, I think I'm fine with Rita the way she looks. I don't think she... Yeah, that'll be interesting, though, because I don't think she has to look like the original actress who plays Rita. Mm-hmm. But I am curious about, what can she do? Is she a witch? Does she have magical powers? Is she going to cause monsters to grow? That's my question. Is she going to be much more involved? Because she looks like... She has a little bit more intimidation, because Rita looks like a witch, but you wouldn't expect her to get her hands dirty too much. Just by looking at her.
Yeah, maybe.
Whereas Elizabeth Banks looks like she would probably be in front of the Power Rangers a lot more often.
We'll see. I mean, they have to introduce the Zoids, right? That's half the series.
Did you call them Zoids?
The Max, Zoids, whatever. Hey man, there was dinosaurs and dragons and bulls.
Yeah, well, Zoids has nothing to do with Power Rangers. Zoids is its own series. Anyways, I'm I'm excited to check out the Zords too. I do want them to go in the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers route. I want them to go back to Tyrannosaurus, Triceratops, and have the Megazord. That would be incredible with better special effects. And you know what? I am prepared for this movie to be cheesy and campy.
To be terrible.
Yeah. I'm sorry, they came out with the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie a long time ago. I've seen those movies. And those movies are kind of at that point of, well, if they make this new movie, I really have a base to compare to. And that's kind of the lowest of the low. But this is nostalgia here kicking in, going I'll see this movie. It might be as bad as that Power Rangers movie, or it could be better.
Yeah. I'll see it pending on the trailers. If the trailers just looks terrible, yeah, I won't.
Yeah.
But if it looks good, okay.
Okay. Well, alright, so that's it for Power Rangers. Anything else you have to talk about for our movie discussion?
No, nothing at the moment.
Nope.
No.
You? Suicide Squad?
Oh, what about it?
New trailer?
The second trailer?
Yeah.
The Ballroom Blitz trailer?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. I liked it. Very entertaining trailer. Lots of humor, lots of action. Looks more footage of the Joker, more footage of Batman. So
I do feel like it's a trailer that, unless you're someone who feels like you're compelled to watch the trailer over and over again. I saw the second trailer a little while ago. I don't remember it too well, just some parts. And I think that's a good thing because I don't want to remember too much about it because I don't want spoilers. And I don't want the trailers to ruin my experience of seeing the movie. Mm-hmm. Like Batman v Superman. They were pretty memorable and that sucked. But this one, I have a good feeling. I have a good feeling it might be a fun movie to watch. A good experience.
Yeah, definitely.
I want it to succeed, too. I want it to be a good movie, and if it's a good movie, I want it to succeed, to make a point to WB, like, hey, this is how a good comic book movie should be, and Batman v Superman doesn't seem to be reaching at that level. You need to fix it.
I can't even say that, dude. They're making... it's already over 800 million. You can't even say it.
Well, I think people are just compelled to see Batman v Superman. Just because.
Just because.
Well, good point. But still, I mean, you gotta take in the count of critics and feedbacks.
Yeah, I'm sure they will.
Yeah. Alright, I'm done with movies. I have nothing else to say.
Yeah, the Star Wars Episode 8 spoilers.
I hope not.
Terrible.
Man, I'm listening to nothing.
Terrible. You're my father. Jeez. Anyways, that's it for movies. I'm done. I don't have anything more.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Anime? What's going on with your anime viewing pleasure?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Nothing. Just watching a couple anime this season. I don't remember the name off the top of my head.
You were telling me of a new show.
Yeah, I was telling you of a new show.
What was it called?
Like I said, I don't remember off the top of my head. Oh, my goodness.
That's too bad. You were saying it's emotional. That's okay. Why don't you go look it up and I'll discuss stuff. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure continues on. Really like that show. I still love the direction it's going. But, it's just adding on to the mystery. It just has more of a mystery vibe compared to the previous story arcs. And I'm getting ready. I'm hyped because I want to get ready to start watching Gundam Unicorn. I've heard so much about Gundam Unicorn. I think maybe like the past... I hate to say this, but nearly 10 years? I want to say maybe like, I guess like about 10 years ago is when I first heard about Gundam Unicorn, but it was released on Blu-ray. I think it was like an OVA. And of course that's tough to import into America. They offered English subtitles, but it's crazy expensive because of how's anyone going to localize it here. So that's awesome that Crunchyroll is streaming Gundam Unicorn, and it has them in 2 languages. Dubbed English and original Japanese language.
Yeah. Okay, one of the animes I'm watching right now is RE:0 Re:Zero Kara Hajimeru Isekai Seikatsu.
I'm hearing about that.
Yeah, and the English is Re:Zero starting life in another world. And it's pretty entertaining enough. A Subaru, a high school student, suddenly gets summoned to another world, and he meets this girl, and throughout the day he tries to help her with her day because she lost one of her pendant got stolen, and so he tries to find it. He dies. They both get killed along the way, and he gets revived back in time, and he has to try to help her and try not to die, pretty much.
Yeah.
Kind of like Edge of Tomorrow, but no alien accent.
So another series, I'm gonna hype it up because I want to start watching it. Of course, it's right now. It's streaming on Amazon Prime. It's called Cabaneri of the Iron Fortress. That's the English title, and this is something I want to bring up because what an amazing time we live in right now, where now all of a sudden these streaming channels like Funimation, Crunchyroll, you have Netflix as well as like now Amazon, all of them competing for exclusive streaming rights to anime series and that are airing right now.
Oh yeah, so you need Amazon Prime to watch this?
I don't think exclusively. Not really. I maybe the episodes are sold. Like you could pay for the episodes because sometimes like.
But only on Amazon.
Am I wrong? So far like they have like I think they have exclusive rights to streaming it.
Okay.
But I didn't see it in Crunchyroll's library.
Okay.
Now you're making me second guess myself. Don't do this to me.
No, I'm just making sure. Like,
yeah.
Like, is this?
No, please do make sure.
Is this serious? Since is it being paid by Amazon? So is the only place to legally, I guess, stream this is on Amazon.
Yes.
With Amazon Prime. Okay.
I like that you have to bring up legally.
Yep, I do have to do it because there are websites right now that does have the episodes on.
Man, they have never stopped. You know, it seems like it's kind of like an unspoken understanding. Like, look, this isn't going to go away. They are cracking down on the illegal streaming and translation. But then you have like other companies that they kind of understand like, look, this is going on, not much we can do about it, and maybe like try to collaborate, try and get people like, hey, I mean, if you happen to watch it, they'll try to bring the message out like, please support us because we want this content, we want to bring this to America like the right way. Yeah,
as long as you support it, it should be good.
So yeah, as far as I know, according to website internet. Amazon will stream the series on their Amazon Prime Instant Video service.
Okay, so you do need Amazon Prime.
Amazon Prime.
All right. Yeah. But definitely check it out. It is from the creators of Attack on Titan.
Yes. So. Yeah, and that's why I want to hype it. I'm sorry, I'm so fixated on Amazon Prime streaming service.
No, and it was a good question to get answered.
Yes, but yes, I'm glad you brought that up. This is something to look into because... Yeah, it's by the animation studio who did Attack on Titan. And have to admit, the story does sound kind of similar. It deals with
it does.
Apocalyptic world,
yeah.
Zombie-type creatures. But I think what I'm intrigued about is that it's focused on trains and train stations. Like, train stations are the haven. Maybe I'm very curious just because, well, I don't know how you feel, but I really love being in train stations in Japan. Like, what a place to get lost in. Yeah. I mean, there's just so much going on there, and so that's a really neat idea. Like, how would you defend yourself in those places? And I guess they travel around in armored trains, so something worth looking into. I'm gonna have to start watching it. It just started. There are some delays with their episodes because Kyushu has
that minor. Well, I guess I won't say minor. That earthquake, I guess, that hit Japan.
Not a minor, small earthquake. It was big.
It was pretty medium, yeah.
But I think an earthquake like that, destruction, kind of creates like delay. But I don't think it caused delay in production. I think more like there's a lot of news hitting the airwaves and you can't broadcast.
It's not priority to.
I agree.
This,
yeah. I mean, I feel the same. So any other series to look into?
That's it off the top of my head.
Okay. Well, yeah, I think that's it for discussion. But since we kind of ended off like talking about the earthquake, I think I feel like it would be like a good opportunity to kind of talk about about like the earthquake that hit Japan. And I think I always feel strong about Japan. So every time they get like hit with a natural disaster, I feel like I got to do something, and I usually try to get involved with like donating money towards like the Japan's relief. But yeah, I mean, if anyone's like keeping up with like the news of what's going on globally, and you feel strongly about like a disaster that happens somewhere, don't be shy about donating. You can always go on the internet, look up like such as all these organizations, look up their relief systems. I'm having trouble with some names of the organizations, but yeah, take the time to like donate, put whatever amount you want. I think $1 still helps.
Yeah,
but yeah.
Yep, definitely.
Yep. Well, that's it for me. Anything else you got, King?
That's it for anime for me also.
All right. Well, you guys have a good night.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
Take care.